Imagine a city roughly the size of Ithaca, New York, completely packing up and moving out into the remote wilderness. But they aren't relocating to live there. They're moving to fight an absolute ocean of fire.
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the Daily Tech Reader's August 21st, 2026 Wildfire Report. Our mission is to really comprehend the immense scale of the 2026 U.S. wildfire season and the unprecedented logistical nightmare it's created. I mean, the raw numbers just defy logic.
They really do.
We're looking at over 50,000 wildfires that have scorched more than 7.6 million acres across the country this year.
Right. It is a staggering footprint. To understand just how stretched the system is right now, you have to look at the current national status. We're sitting at preparedness level 5.
Which sounds bad, but what does level 5 practically mean on the ground?
Well, it means the national safety net is effectively gone. Yeah, local and state agencies are completely tapped out. At level 5, the federal government is basically drafting every available resource just to hold the line. We've got 76 uncontained large fires burning simultaneously.
76.
76. Take Oregon's Big Grass Fire, for example.
Right.
That single blaze has consumed over 578,000 acres all by itself.
Over 500,000 acres for one fire. It's almost unimaginable. To fight something of that magnitude across the entire country, the report notes there are currently 24,265 personnel deployed. Going back to that analogy earlier, that is essentially a small, highly coordinated city just migrating across the wilderness.
It's a helpful image, but with a major catch.
What's that?
This mobile city has to lay its own roads, establish its own power grids, and set up supply lines while the very ground beneath it is literally burning.
Yeah. And because local resources are completely drained by that immense effort, they're taking drastic measures. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
We aren't just relying on traditional wildland firefighters anymore.
Right.
We're seeing active military deployments. There are 240 soldiers from the 7th Infantry Division out of Joint Base Lewis McChord who've been sent straight into wildland fire operations.
Yeah, and
Plus, they've activated military C-130 air tankers from Colorado, Nevada, and California just to get enough retardant dropping from the sky.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is that the reinforcements aren't stopping at our borders either.
Right, international help.
Exactly. There's a vital international collaboration happening on the fire line. We currently have 270 fire line management personnel.
Wow.
And that includes 3 full incident management teams who flew in all the way from Australia and New Zealand to take on these massive fires in the Northwest and Great Basin.
You'd think calling in the cavalry from the military and halfway across the globe would give us the upper hand.
You would think so.
But they're fighting an enemy that changes tactics daily, driven by an incredibly volatile weather engine. So what does this all mean for the immediate forecast?
It means they are fighting an uphill battle against the atmosphere itself.
Yeah.
You've got this massive high-pressure system parked over the western U.S., and it's pushing temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above normal in the inland Pacific Northwest.
Jeez.
And when you pair extreme heat with relative humidity dropping into the single digits...
Oh, man.
Yeah, the vegetation stops being a plant and basically becomes explosive fuel.
Wait, let me stop you there, because I'm looking at this note about monsoonal moisture in the desert Southwest. If there are monsoons, shouldn't all that heavy rain be putting the fires out? I'm a bit confused.
It is a paradox, right? You expect rain to solve the problem.
Yeah.
But these lingering monsoonal thunderstorms aren't dropping soaking rains. The moisture evaporates before it even hits the ground.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, instead the storms act like a massive invisible bellows.
Wow.
As the thunderstorm collapses, it pushes a wall of cold air violently outward. So these erratic outflow winds fan existing flames in totally unpredictable directions.
That is terrifying.
And all while dry lightning strikes from those exact same storms are constantly sparking new fires.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's just throwing erratic wind and lightning at an already bone-dry landscape.
Exactly.
And this is exactly why this matters to everyone listening, even if you are hundreds of miles away from a forest. These infernos aren't just burning trees. Look at the MP18 fire in California, or the Frijoles fire in New Mexico. They are right on the doorstep of essential tech infrastructure. We are talking about the very real threat of underground fiber optic cables melting
Yeah.
and massive data server farms losing their power grid access.
It is a stark reminder that our digital infrastructure, the cloud, our communication networks,
Right.
they are still anchored to a very vulnerable physical world.
Very true.
When that physical world burns, the digital one risks going completely dark.
Which leaves us with a pretty intense but necessary question to think about. Right now, the U.S. is relying heavily on those international incident teams from Australia and New Zealand to hold the line.
But given the unrelenting heat and volatile weather patterns we just explored, what happens to our firefighting capabilities if changing climates cause the northern and southern hemisphere fire seasons to peak at the exact same time?